What is up, guys? I'm Dad the Critic, and welcome back to another Dad Review. Today, for no reason in particular, I decided that I'm going to review Capri Sun, the kids' juice drinks. So hopefully this will be interesting and exciting and maybe a little enlightening. So let's start with the dad review. We don't have a whole lot of juice in our family. Our kids don't really drink it, but for some reason they've always enjoyed Capri Sun. And ever since they were little, they actually called it Capri Sun. And some of them still call it Capri Sun. I say some of them, I'm talking about my kids and then their cousins. I don't know if it's ironic or they still legitimately don't know what it's called. But anyway, Capri Sun is a thing in our family. And anytime we have a party or a cookout or a family gathering, whatever, there's usually Capri Suns for the kids. And the kids get amped about it too. Why do kids love Capri Sun? I think part of it is the pouch, right? Juice boxes are fun, I guess, but there's something about carrying a pouch around that they really like. I mean, they're only like 6 ounces or something, right? Like they're pretty small. Kids drink them fast. And then when they're done, they love to, blow it up and then suck all the air out and then blow it up and suck all and they will play with this thing for hours. But it's also really annoying when they're making that sound over and over and over and you're just like, stop it, please, like it's empty. Go throw it away. I don't know. Maybe it's a soothing thing. Maybe it's like, when adults hyperventilate or are having a panic attack and there's that trope where, you breathe air in and out of a brown bag, breathe in your own CO2 and somehow that, it doesn't asphyxiate you, but it helps you, recover your mental fortitude. I don't understand that at all. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it's a thing apparently, or at least it's a trope. In terms of, health and stuff, I think I can't speak to all of them, but I think most Capri Suns, or a lot of them, at least the ones we buy, are sugar-free. The kids don't seem to mind. They find it delicious and refreshing, which doesn't sound great to me, but if they like it, that's what's important, right? One other thing that I find interesting about Capri Sun, and I don't remember exactly when this was. I should have done my research before I started recording the video, but maybe about 10 years ago, there was an incident where someone opened a Capri Sun that was really old and there was a bunch of mold in the bottom of it and they complained. And so Capri Sun changed their packaging so that the bottoms of them are actually clear now so that you can see the liquid inside, which I realize as I'm saying that, I looked at this one that I have and the bottom is definitely not clear. So I don't know what's going on. But they did that as a safety thing to make sure that you knew like the juice inside was fresh and not moldy. So yeah, that's weird. That's gross. That makes me want to try this even less. But from a dad perspective, one thing I really enjoy about Capri Suns, especially, I'm talking about how we have family gatherings and parties and stuff, especially on holidays. And I can, grab a random kid that's running by, whether it's, one of my kids or a niece or nephew or something. And I'm like, hey, run inside and grab me a beer. And they might not be like too excited about that. They might like give you a weird look, but then you're like, hey, and grab yourself a Capri Sun on the way. And then suddenly they're all amped up and they're like, yeah, so they'll run in, get me a beer, get themselves a Capri Sun. And, then it feels like a joint effort, like a team thing. They feel included, makes them feel big, makes them feel grown up. I don't know. We try to limit like juice and soda and stuff in our family. So Capri Sun is a special treat. So that's fun. You can use Capri Sun to bribe kids to, go do things for you. And, the kids in my family, at least, are at a young enough age that still works. So I'm going to use it as long as I can. One thing about Capri Sun that is a total pain, if you guys have ever used one before or opened one for a kid, these straws are terrible. They're so hard to get in. You got to rip the straw off and stick it in this little hole right there. And half the time it pokes out the back. You can't get it in the right way. I mean, I guess that's, the downside of it being a pouch and not a box. It's really hard to get in there, but it could be a party game. Like instead of pin the tail on donkey, it's put the straw in the Capri Sun. Okay, so I don't really know what else to say about Capri Sun from a dad or a parent perspective. So I guess we're going to look at it from the critic point of view. All right, so what do I think of Capri Sun as a grown man? Well, I don't really know. I'm going to have to try it and then tell you. So here we go. Of course, the straw is stuck. See if I can get this in here. Bullseye with your eyes closed. Oh! Look at that. You saw it too. My eyes were closed. I was even facing that way and I got it. I mean, I may have lined up the shot first, but it still counts. so this is a Capri Sun Pacific Cooler. Let's give it a taste and see how it is. Man, nothing like a room temperature fruit flavored water beverage, right? I should have put this in the refrigerator first. It's not that bad. I can tell that it's low sugar and has a little bit of an artificial sweetener in it, but it's not as sweet as I was expecting. And I think that's part of why we started getting these for the kids instead of other juices. It's because those have so much sugar. Overall, it's not as sweet as that other stuff. So I guess it's pretty good in that regard. Okay, so I don't know what else to say about this. Unless you're desperate for hydration, then I don't think any grown adult is going to voluntarily reach for a Capri Sun. Like I said, it's a 6-ounce pouch. This isn't going to last very long. If you're drinking this, you're really only stealing from children at this point. So I don't know. I guess that's all I can really say about it. I guess this is going to be a quick review, quicker than I thought it would be. Wait, I have an idea. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So I said that, as a grown adult, you would probably never reach for a Capri Sun, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a taste test. I grabbed a bunch of bottles that I had upstairs, and I'm going to mix various liquors with Capri Sun and see how they are. Warm Capri Sun, mind you. First up, let's try Capri Sun with rye whiskey. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I guess I'll just kind of squirt it out of the straw. Oh God, oh no. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm not going to measure this. I don't fancy myself anything of a scientist. So we can consider this science fiction, not science fact. Okay, so I have a little bit of Capri Sun in here. It's cloudier than I expected. And now I'll add some Bullet Rye. I really hope this isn't terrible. Just like a splash of it. All right, give it a swirl. Capri Sun with Bullet Rye. It smells pretty terrible. Ah. That's something. Those are not complimentary flavors at all. Well, I have to finish it. I don't want to waste it, so. Okay. Well, now we're going to try Capri Sun with Admiral Nelson's spiced rum. Hopefully this goes a little better. I'm going to add the rum first this time. This is so hard to do. This is a sad juice bag. So, Capri Sun with Admiral Nelson spiced rum. That works much better. That's actually pretty good. It kind of tastes almost like coconut a little bit. That's actually it's nice and sweet and refreshing. The flavors work together really well, surprisingly. I mean, I can't imagine myself coming home after a long, hard day of work and making one of these things. But if I showed up at a party and someone was like, hey man, you want a Capri Sun and rum? I'd be like, yeah. The more I drink it, the more I like it. Wish I would have saved this one for last. Next up, we're gonna try Capri Sun with Bacardi white rum. All right, I had an idea. I'm just gonna cut the top off of this so I don't have to worry about squirting it out. Oh, there's mold in it. No, I'm kidding. There's no mold. If there was mold in it, I would probably ask my wife if I should still drink it, and she would tell me no, and then I would probably drink it anyway when she's not looking. Do you guys deal with that? Those of you who are married, I feel like in every relationship, there's someone who throws food away as soon as it hits the expiration date, and then there are people who smell it and taste it and are like, it's fine, even if it's 6 months past the date. I don't want to waste food. We paid for it. Anyway, to be completely transparent, I do not like clear rum much at all. Add Capri Sun. That's a lot. Oh, I should have measured. Oh, no, I should have measured that. All right, Capri Sun and Bacardi white rum. It's not good. It tastes a little medicinal. Ugh, yeah, that's not very good. Okay, next up is E&J Apple Brandy. We're gonna see how it tastes with Capri Sun. I'm doing a much smaller pour this time. All right, I had to go get another Capri Sun because I used all of it with those other drinks, so. Ugh. The things people do for pseudoscience. Okay, this is Capri Sun and E&J Apple Brandy. It smells so much like apple candy, and I do not like apple candy. That's better than the white rum. Definitely better than the rye whiskey, which was awful. The flavors aren't bad. It's got way more of a burn to it than I expected it to, but I've also never tried that brandy neat, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. Not great. not terrible. I'm gonna make myself drink it because I hate to waste things. I'm one of those people that when I go to a restaurant, even if I am absolutely stuffed, I will try to eat everything on my plate and drink everything I have because I paid for it. Why leave food on the table when I've already spent money on it? And that's why I got a dad bod. I gotta finish this. Ugh. Last one. I have a feeling I'm either going to regret this terribly or this may be the best option. Fireball cinnamon whiskey. There's that ASMR for you. Give it a stir. Capri Sun and Fireball. You know what? I was right. This is actually delicious. To be fair, it mostly tastes like Fireball. And Fireball is really sweet and cinnamony. It overpowers the taste of the Capri Sun a lot, but it's good. It works. The Capri Sun lightens it up a little bit. It doesn't burn when you drink it. Dang, I might make this next Thanksgiving. Capri Sun, Fireball. Done. That's all you need. Now this, I might come home from work after a long day and decide to have one. I mean, not really. I would not have one of these. I would have two. All right. So in some ways that went better than I expected, and in some ways that went way worse than I expected. Realistically, it would probably be best with vodka, but I don't have any vodka, so you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Words of wisdom from Dad the Critic. From a dad perspective. Capri Sun is pretty good. Kids like it. It's affordable. It's low sugar. The only sort of downside about it is, the straw is an issue and kids blowing air in it and sucking the air out, but they do that with juice boxes too. That's not unique to Capri Sun. So in terms of ratings, I would give Capri Sun 5 distended pouches out of 5. I'm sorry if that's a disgusting visual, but that's the first thing that I thought of. Okay, so as an adult male, what sort of rating do I give Capri Sun? Well, Capri Sun on its own is decent. Again, as an adult, you wouldn't really reach for it to satiate your own thirst, right? Unless it's the only thing that's there, but I'll give it a rating based on how it serves as a mixer. So between the 5 options that I tried, I think the best one was... My God, it's Jack Daniels with the steel tail! What an upset! Who knew the best way to drink Capri Sun is to skip the Capri Sun and drink Jack Daniels by itself? Jack Daniels. All right, guys, wow. I did not see that coming. Jack Daniels was waiting backstage, just ready to come out and steal the match. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. That sort of stuff helps out the channel. I'm really trying to help this channel grow. I'm excited to make this kind of content. I hope you guys are excited too. I hope to come up with some new fun ideas for you guys in the future. Again, if you have any suggestions on things you want me to review, anything that's aimed at children that parents also have to consume alongside of the child. I know Capri Sun, you don't have to drink Capri Sun, but we're surrounded by it, so I figured it'd make an okay video. Anyway, if you have suggestions, leave a comment. Let me know. I want to know what you want to see. That's it. I guess I'm done. I'm going to go drink some Capri Sun with my favorite mixer, which is Jack Daniels holding the Capri Sun. All right, guys. I guess that's all for this one. I'm out. Peace.